And now shall it be reported to the king. Verse 8. Then I sent unto them, saying, this isn't going on. You're making this stuff up. And when they all, for they all made us, look at verse 9. They all made us what? Afraid. We heard from the Lord today. It said, don't be afraid. Do you know people want to scare you? Satan wants to scare you. Let me tell you what sparked this. Can I tell you? I was watching TV. I do that once in a while. It was in the afternoon, okay? It was about the same time I would normally watch, like, Fox News, but Dish dropped Fox News, much to my chagrin. So I'm clicking through the channels, right? And I get on this one program, and there's these 5 ladies sitting there, like on a panel, and they're talking, which the ladies do when they get together. Okay. So I said, I'll watch this. I forget the name of the program. Anyway, there was an incident, a sad incident, I think in Ohio, where there was like a 16 or 17-year-old boy that thought he was a girl. Anybody hear that story? He was transgender. That's a phrase they use now. 30 years ago, they would not have used that word. Okay, but he was transgender. And his mother was a Christian. And being a Christian, she said, you know, this isn't what God would want for you. And she took him to counselors. And he wanted to, he was like 16, 17 years old. He wanted to have like a sex change. He says, I'm not going to pay for it. I can't afford it anyway. And anyway, the kid committed suicide, right? So it's a sad story. But these 5 women were sitting there vilifying this mother. I mean, speaking about her with gritted teeth. How horrible. What kind of Christian love is that? It's Christian love that will tell the truth. And they said she ought to be put on trial. She ought to this and that and everything else. I'm sitting there watching this. I'm getting ready to break my TV. I'm saying, what are you? What is this? How far our society has gone? A perversion in our society? Because somebody stands up for what this word says, and they get on TV, and they start talking about how horrible that mother was. And I'm reading this. I'm hearing this. I'm thinking, what world are we living in? And I'm not putting the kid. I pray for the mother. I pray for the kid. People, we live in a society that's perverse. And I don't hate anybody, and I don't look down my nose at anybody. I don't call anybody names. I'm not into that. But my goodness, if we're going to stand for what this word says, are they going to vilify us? Our enemies. Listen, are you ready to rumble in 2015? Because the battle's on. And I guess I knew all this was going on, but when I actually saw it and I heard it and I saw these women going like this, talking about this Christian woman, they're talking about me. They're talking about you if you believe what this word says. Are you ready to rumble? That ain't going away.